Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be doing a little sketchbook tour. This week was kind of iffy for me for filming, so I decided to go with showing what is in this sketchbook since I'm pretty much done with it and I feel like showing you guys what I did in this. So I went ahead and I started this July 2nd of 2018, and I only really say like I finished it around February 20th of 2019. So I've been working on this one on and off for quite a while. I also did something a little bit different that I haven't done in a lot of my sketchbooks before, which was setting sort of like goals for things I wanted to do in this sketchbook, which some of the goals that I originally wrote down were to do challenges, original characters, like comics or like little mini comics, or just practicing that a little bit more, male characters, animals, plants, room interiors, and then buildings. And I would say out of most of those, I definitely did a lot of challenges in this sketchbook, and then original characters. I think those are my top two that I did a lot in this, so I think I did all right with the goal idea. Let's see, so the very first thing I have in here is this piece, or a little kind of like watercolor doodle sketch, which was the first one in the emoji challenge, which, if you're not familiar with that, is when you basically have people comment on whatever it is with 3 different types of emojis, and then you have to combine those emojis to create whatever your piece is going to be. So for this one, I think the emojis I was given was like the little alien, the camera, and then a little squirt gun. So I was just like, space breaks, like spring break, only with aliens. I don't know. The next one, this is also emoji challenge. I think I got like the girl emoji, wine glass, and then the orange cat. So I want to do sort of like a relaxing kind of like girl night sort of scene. And then I wanted to try to kind of do minimal kind of coloring, like more like flat tone coloring. So I mean I like how that one came out. And then this one was also emoji, so it was like the little music note, I think like the carousel little horse, and then I think also girl, but like the dark brunette one. So that is what I came up with, that really kind of like washy experiment little characters for that one. And then going away from the emoji challenge, I have the this was the character challenge, or one character challenge, where it's like you see those blanks, but it's like a certain emotion or like a certain action, and then you sort of invent your own character to put in that, or use your original characters. So that's what I did for this. These are all sort of like couple, like kissy situations. So I did my OC, Coral and Dylan, Scully, Jack, Tiger Lily, Bluebell, Leaf, Vesna, and then Kronos and Eos. So those were just a little sampling of some of my own original characters for that. And then this was also going back into the emoji challenge, which I think for this one I got, again, like the cat, the little sand timepiece, and then the dark face moons. This is what I sort of came up with for those ones. I don't mind it. And then another one, I think this one was pretty simple, where it was like the blue butterfly, devil emoji, and then the angel emoji or something. So kind of a combination of those two. I like how her hair came out for that one. And then this is the last of like the emoji ones, but the funny thing is that I did not actually finish this one when I first drew it. It was something that I kind of just like gave up on because I wasn't liking where the hair was going, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to finish it, and I just wanted to do something else. And then I came back to it like a month or 2 ago, and I wanted to finish it, especially since I got these new Copic colors that were these pink ones that I just absolutely love. So I ended up finishing this one. I think it came out better than what it was originally. And then next up we got the first of my draw this in your style challenges that have been going around on like Instagram, I think, as well as Twitter. And this was for Paulina PC. This was sort of her character that I drew in my style. It came out decently, I think. And then this was like one of my weird little mini comic things. It's a strange one because I like the saying like not today's saint, so I don't know, I wanted to do a kind of a funny little comic about that. Weird little things. And then this one was for Absolute Ama's Astro Babe challenge that she had, or it was like a contest. I can't remember now, but this is what I drew for that. I like it. I think it's an interesting idea. I would maybe go back and redo this one. And then this was a little piece I did to celebrate getting over 900 followers on my Instagram, which was really cool. So I drew sort of like myself, my character Scully, and then my other character Coral. I think that was a cute one. And then this one, so originally I drew out these boxes for a different challenge, and then I didn't do anything with them for a while, and then I came back to them because I wanted to fill up this page. So I kind of combined two challenges, which were like draw cute girls and then kind of like a style challenge. So each one, like, that's pure, cute, cool, energetic, androgynous, sexy, shy, idiot, beauty, pouty, flirty, and then your preference, which I just did like my weird kind of like alien character style of things. And then here is another draw this in your style challenge. This was Procrastinartist. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but I really like that one. I think that was pretty. It was all lots of pinks and pastels, so I was definitely into that. Let's see. So this one is actually the original sketch for a redraw that I did for Valentine's Day, which you can see that on my Instagram. I will link down that in the description. And then there was a lot of these kind of like weird sketches, which thankfully come out, like this orange color actually comes out a lot darker on the camera than it does in real life. I was kind of nervous about that, but these are all weird little sort of thumbnail sketches that I did for my Inktober challenge. So that's just, again, how long I've been working and like doodling in this sketchbook. And then this one, I don't know, I just was like trying to do an all yellow toned mermaid, just like using all yellow art supplies, so that was just like a quick thing. This one actually got quite a lot of attention on my Instagram, so I was kind of surprised by that, because I don't hate it, but I'm not particularly fond of that piece, so and then this was a funny one. So I was doing like an ask my OC question sort of thing, and so somebody was asking if my character Leaf could go full unicorn. So this was sort of the silly answer that I came up for that. Similarly on that, somebody was asking my OCs. I still need to give them official names, but they were my oil and water characters. And so I think the question was like, how did those two characters meet? And so this was sort of, and then also if they were a couple, so this was like a comic I was going to do to explain that. I might go back and finish this. I don't know. Maybe. If I have nothing else to do. Which is pretty common for me. It's like, even though I like finish filling a sketchbook, I usually will go back and work in other sketchbooks because there's ideas I want to revisit, or just more blank space that I could probably fill with something if it's not important. Speaking of which, this is some, let's see, yeah, figure drawing kind of things. This was the beginning of another one of those little answer question things, and that question had to do with like how long it took me to do the oil and water piece. I didn't end up sketching the rest of that out, and then I ended up sketching sort of a watercolor study of some plants, which I did on January 3rd of 2019. Some thumbnail ideas for a series that I want to do, and then this is like a very, probably nobody can decipher that but me, but it was another strange idea that I had. just some notes and like character thing for like a 10-day color and OC character thing. Thumbnails for ideas for something that didn't do much with. More thumbnail-y kind of ideas and concepts. More idea concept things. And then more of the Inktober little sketches, random little doodle, and then this is another one of the Draw This in Your Style challenge, which was for the Go chart to 24K. I like that one a lot. It was fun to do. Little thing. Similarly, more Inktober little things. More Inktober, and then another Draw This in Your Style challenge, which was for the, what is this? Galaxy's Draw in Your Style hashtag. It was this little devil girl thing. I like that one a lot, so I thought it was pretty cute. Then more, again, Inktober, you can't really see what's going on there. And then this was going to be another Draw This in Your Style, but I just haven't ended up finishing it. More Inktober related OC stuff. These are 3 of my OCs, which you probably will see on my channel in the future. This is also an OC of mine called Drifa. I haven't drawn her in a while, but she's fun to draw. Whoop. I'm gonna go ahead and skip those pages because those were sneaky peeks of some future videos I'm gonna do, and I'm not ready to show that yet until I do the videos. But it's part of the, I will say it's part of the Arcana series of fan art videos I'm going to be doing, so I need to pay attention to my own markers. But this is a random thing that I actually never posted on my Instagram, but it was just sort of like, concept was to do like the moon, so I was doing this really quick washy thing. I don't know, I don't hate it. I don't know, you guys let me know if you think this would be an interesting one to see me do like a finished piece on. I don't hate it. Now, again, it's like so funny because when you draw it the first time, it's like absolutely hate it, and then you look at it a couple months after and you're like, oh, that's not as bad. But yeah, and then this is just kind of a empty-ish page of just random stuff, so testing out a format of something, random thing that just wasn't working out right. Very small thumbnail for something that was from Inktober. Also from Inktober, but these ones are not. I like this one. This was a fun one to do, using my gray Copics and then those bright yellow, saturated yellow-green Copics. Those are some of my favorite colors in my Copics. And thumbnails, and this page, you're probably wondering, why is this page blank? Well, there's actually a reason for that, and that is because of this. This was the first in 3 little portraits that I did, so I needed to keep that page on the back blank because I was transferring this sketch onto a like nice piece of paper. And then this was a sketch for a ATC reward thing for somebody who participated in a contest I was having on my Instagram, and so they won, and they asked me, I was going to draw them whatever they wanted as an ATC, and they wanted a dragon and just gave me free reins to do whatever. So this was the initial sketch idea for that, and some other sketch ideas for other ideas I was playing with, but that is what I ended up going with. It was really pretty. I really liked how that one came out. More sort of doodles that became a finished piece. This was, I think, the like rough final draft piece that I then transferred to a good sheet of watercolor paper and did, again, that was on my Instagram, a tester page when I was trying to figure out my Qvember challenge colors using whatever I had, my Copics and then my watercolors. Again, if you would like to see all of those pieces, I did do a video tour, like, I don't want to say sketchbook tour necessarily, but it was a tour of all of those pieces that I did for the Qvember challenge. And then this is another one of those portraits, part of the 3, and then the final one is here. And then this was sort of an alternative idea that I had for one of them, but I didn't end up doing anything with that. And then this was just a random sort of doodle page of Little Mermaids, and this one I decided to try coloring with some Copics, because especially like this was, the color of her hair was a newer Copic that I got. So I want to try that out. This is a fun piece because this is actually a redraw of a very, very, very old drawing from like years and years and years ago that I decided to try to redraw, and it actually came out pretty cool. It's definitely a massive improvement from what the original sketch looks like. Again, that's on my Instagram if you want to go check out what that original sketch looked like. Thumbnail ideas for Valentine's Day stuff, and then a little sketch of an Italian Greyhound because I have a dog who is half Italian Greyhound and like half Terrier, Jack Russell Terrier, but he looks like mostly Italian Greyhound, so it was fun to try and draw them. They have these very lanky bodies that are kind of fun, that huge pigeon chest. So, and then over here is a silly little rough comic thing that I did because I had this idea stuck in my head. Because again, I'm a big Arcana nerd, so in the game, one person that is not available yet as Root is Count Lucio. And so in my mind, I put together the scene from Lilo and Stitch when she's like, "Send me an angel, the nicest angel you have," and then it's Stitch sort of cuts to Stitch crash landing and just laughing maniacally. So that's just how I picture, kind of jokingly, how Count Lucio's route will go, in a sense. Another little tester page testing out some fine text I got, and then a watercolor, Daniel Smith watercolor I got. And then this is another one of those draw this in your style challenge. This was from Lana J Art, and a lot of you guys on my Instagram, like, I think this is now one of my most liked posts on my Instagram ever. But you guys really liked how that came out, and I really like how this came out because I was doing a different technique for the watercolor that I need to do again and practice more, but that's a piece I really like too. So, and then this one is actually one that you guys can see me working on here on my YouTube channel. It was for my first video back on YouTube. It was my let's see, my 2019 goals, or like New Year kind of one. This was another little random thing that I did, kind of cute. And then this page is one of my OCs, Nata, and I don't know, I started inking it and then I thought I hated it, and then I stopped inking it, and now I'm looking at it again, I'm like, that's not so bad. I thought I messed up the eyes, but I don't know, it might be worth just going back and inking again. And then here is the rough draft doodles for my Chinese New Year piece, which is a video here on my channel. But those were my initial ideas. Then this is just a random sort of sketch that I did. I might turn that into like a final piece maybe. But I liked drawing the body on that one, how the hands came out, so it might be worth trying to do something with. Similarly, this was another random doodle, and she ended up looking quite a lot like my character Scully, so I was like, maybe it is like an older version of Scully than what I've shown as the OC, because she's a little bit younger in a lot of the little sketches that I've shown so far. Another little random comic thing that I still need to maybe ink, and maybe I'll post it. It's kind of a funny inside joke. And then this is a piece that I actually just finished working on and posted on my Instagram, and it's in a 5x8 format because I'm testing that out, because I might offer that as sort of a commission option of like formats that you guys could possibly purchase from me if you guys want to commission me for something in a size like this. The only thing I will say is that this would only be for like to the waist ish area, or like portraits, because that's what the next one that I'm going to be doing is this portrait. I have it sketched out on like nicer paper. I can't wait to do this one because I just want to kind of play around with doing the skin a lot with the watercolor and see how that goes. And then similarly, this was another one that I got to do that is similarly another kind of idea that I'm thinking about offering for commissions, a specific, very specific thing, small size, and it's always going to be, it's what I call my circle series. I've done a number of little illustrations of like this circle concept with a character in it with other little elements, so I have that sketched out as well. I might record that. And then we're getting towards the end of the sketchbook, so lots more and more random kind of things, so some random faces, which also reminds me that I've been seeing the 100 heads challenge going around, and that might be something that I do here in the future. I may or may not record it, I'm not sure yet. I also just saw the 100 hand challenge, so I think those are both challenges I would like to do in some sort of sketchbook at some point. This was the beginning of another draw this in your style challenge. I don't know, I might go back and finish it. I have so many draw these in your style challenges saved on my Instagram. It's crazy. There's just like so many I'm going through, although I did edit it out a lot for any of like ones that said, oh, that there's a kind of like an end date to when the artist was saying that you could do it, so I'm kind of avoiding doing any of those that has a due date that's past that, because I don't want to be that person. But I'm sure in a lot of ways it doesn't necessarily matter. And then these are some rough thumbnails for a piece that I'm going to be working on very, very, very soon and putting up on my Instagram. So I got to finish and make a finalized idea for what that piece is going to be. The hint I will give you is it has to do with the month of March. So if you can figure out what it is, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, that is this sketchbook that I did, and I started way in 2018, and only now feel kind of done with it for now. You know, you just kind of get in those moods where it's basically filled and you're just kind of tired and you want to move on to something else, which I have plenty of sketchbooks to do that with. I think the sketchbook that I'm going to be working on a lot to fill up is this I can't talk right now. Tone Tan Strathmore sketchbook. I'll be doing lots of little things in here, a lot of fan art things, which I still need to get to. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you like my videos and want to see more like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Do comment too if there's any sketches in the sketchbook that you particularly liked, or any challenges you would like me to do, just anything. Leave me a comment about whatever you like. If you also would like to check out any of my other social medias or support me through Ko-fi or Redbubble or just the shop, which I'm going to be working on adding more print options. There's currently one in there that you could purchase as a print. But yeah, all those links are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.